who are in Pokemon. Please set the game to Pokemon players. Thank you, Zio. This is our gang right now. We're doing pretty good for ourselves. I'd say we just like straight walk up to, maybe explore the city a little bit, but then we just walk up to the gym. I think we're ready. Legendary Pokemon gave help to the hero who sought ideals. Because of that, the region was created. Then when his physical form was lost, the Pokemon became the Darkstone, waiting patiently for a new hero. I've heard that story since I was little. Straight walking it, and by it, let's just say my Pokemon. You're giving your Pokemon a good walk? If you walk in the wetlands, you might surprise wild Pokemon into popping out. I mean, this is aha. This is where you get Shelmet from, right? Yep. Do I have a quick ball? Let's throw a quick ball at it. No, it's not. Why would you ask that? Just I don't know. Curiosity. Yippee! The snail Pokemon. There you go. Any Hoozles. Route 8. Oh, we just immediately head on over him? Noted. Oh, I can't reach that. Imagine how people perceive Pokemon Pro tags, especially the 2D ones. Gets to town, says nothing to anyone, goes into the gym, absolutely stomps everyone in it, refuses to elaborate, leaves. Yeah. Spin apart, mix and twirl! Spin, spin, turn and spin! Mix it up day and night, because today everything's alright. Yep, get back here. Dance, dance, dance! 2 dragons! Oh, I've messed up their flow a little bit. Hold on. Can I do more? There you go. Okay, now it's a bit wonky. Legendary Pokemon Zekrom shared its wisdom with the hero and defied foes with fierce lightning. The hero in that Pokemon was close as parent and child. Who's who in that relationship? People were filled with awe and looked up to them, and that is said to be the beginning of what became Ancient Unova. I feel like the OG text wasn't like that. You know what? I think it was, because Japanese is weird sometimes with how sometimes it gets used, at least to our eyes. We live a monotonous life. Do we get used to it and stop thinking about changing it? Listen, I heard that Bryson was in the movies a long time ago. They say ideals intermingled with truth, and the Dragon Spiral Tower was created. It has been there watching us for thousands of years. I don't know whether or not this is true. Whoa, today we will discuss a trainer in Phantom who evolved 3 Pokemon in a single day. Ah! This trainer surely loves the moment of evolution. What the hell? Who the fuck's watching me? Huh? Where are you? Oh, they fixed themselves. Show yourself. Welcome to the Pokemon Fan Club. Shall I check how friendly your Pokemon is towards you? Yeah. Let's do Samurott. Your Samurott is super friendly to you. I'm a bit jealous. Of the Samurott or of me? I am the chairman who loves Pokemon and the most among Pokemon fans in the entire world. If you are a trainer, will you show me your reason with love and care? Yeah. Which Pokemon would you show me? Samurott, I guess. Samurott was level 5 when you met, but now it's level 39. You've raised it well. You must be affectionate. Oh, we get a second XP share? Ah. So you can level up 2 at the same time? Is that right? Pokemon NPCs low-key talk like Souls NPCs if the protagonists actually had memories of the world they're in. I can see that. Always the tower looms, disdainful of the wind and snow. Perhaps its presence has a special meaning for people. Perchance. Oh, what's up? Hi, this way, please. This got scary real quick. Exciting, thrilling, zippy, chilling. It's Pep Quiz. Today's challenger is this person. Aha! Hiya, welcome. Pep Quiz starts now. Answer lots of quizzy questions and watch your brain get brainier. Let's start with a question. Good luck. A question. Where do you go to heal your Pokemon? Oh my, it's tremendously difficult. Can the challenger answer this? H-I-N-T, H-I-N-T. Uh-oh, the audience is asking for a hint. Okay, I'll give you a hint. It's not a convenience store. Haha, this is a good hint. Challenger, please answer. Where do you go to heal your Pokemon? Oh, good grief. You have to, like, actually, like, locate the answer. Would it be within Pokemon? I don't think so. Is it a term? Pokemon Center, there it is. It is a term. Woohoo! That is C-O-R-R-E-C-T. Correct. You go. You go. Yeah, you do. Okay. Yeah. Good hustle. It's like a random, like, 8-year-old girl being like, yeah, good hustle. Congratulations. Now this is a prize. It's an antidote. Okay. Thanks. Exciting, thrilling, zippy, chilling. That's the Pep Quiz. See you tomorrow. Okay. And that was something. Or do we just beat up that guy? Hold on. We can go down there. I stepped my toe in. My pinky toe. You're kidding. That family is on drugs. I do not care. Mother Nature changes her look according to the seasons. That's something I cherish. Cherish these nuts. Ha. Lewis. Cubchoo. Let's punch it. Just square in the face, dude. Beautiful. Palpitoad, we pull out the Lilligant. Great jab, yeah. Maractus. Go back to Darmanitan. Do you also get punched square in the face? Ah! That's more like a throat punch. Lower mouth, upper chest, throat area. You never want to punch someone square in the chin, though. That shit hurts and probably will break your one of your fingers or something. If you're gonna do it, you gotta come in from an angle. Because if you get the actual like chin, more often than not, that shit's gonna hurt you. Poison Bomb and Sludge Bomb. Yeah, it's telling me to raise a poison type Pokemon. Which is intriguing. Wait, what's... I was over here already, right? Yes. Let's just go into the gym, and I think... Because I don't remember there being much happening in this town off the top of my head. It's more the part that comes after the gym that is memorable, if I'm not mistaken. So we just clear through. I think our Darmanitan like heavily outlevels anything in the gym, so I think just Darmanitan should be enough to deal with everything. Is anybody a bit behind? Excadrill, Stoutland. We can throw a quick XP share. And I'll give Excadrill one too. Check if this works. Give me my water. Please take this fresh water. There you go. That's what I'm saying. Well, well, if you're feeling dizzy because of the gym machines, I will stand in your path. Okay. Just punch it in the face. That will probably never not crack me up. It does share it both ways. A black belt in an ice thing gym. Maybe he's like training his cold resistance. Oh shit, he hitting us with endure? He is gonna endure. That works? I don't know, you could use Endure like twice in a row. Like that. Bro's just stalling for no reason. Go. What a weird Pokemon. Cragonal? Crag? Is that? I think that's how it's how it is. Hola. It's Psychic Person. Well, no, it's a Battle Girl. Let me battle with you. Oh, I know why it's a black belt in an ice theme gym, actually. It'll make sense when you see the gym leader. Cryogonal. Level 57. I think that means it's the only Pokemon that she has, right? Hetty! Thank you so much for the raid! Welcome in, everybody. We're just playing some Pokemans. What's up, Nacho? You're playing some League of Legends. What are those legends leaguing? Yeah? Hell yeah. Did you win? Kendrew. What a name. I swear this little shit's gonna... I can feel it. This little shit's gonna... Okay, he's not gonna endure. There we go. Help! My allergies are killing me. No! Not the allergies. Is there like pollen everywhere? Where does it send me? Oh, I can't go there. Okay, noted. The problem is never whether you can battle or not. It's whether you will battle or not. Probably plus constant exposure to dust. Oh, is there a lot of dust in your area? Has Pokemoning? Pokemoning is pretty good. We're just in the gym. The 7th gym, I think. So this guy's one of the last gym leaders we'll have to face. After the guy after this guy, we'll be squaring up to the Elite Four, which is exciting. Vanillish. Ooh. Hell yeah. Thank you for the daily check-in. We hit him with a hammer arm, because surely that won't miss. It didn't miss. Yippee! Thank you for the hydrate. There you go, 45. $39 for Excadrill. Nice. Mikoko. Bam bam. Bam. Man, I think I can say that I'm enjoying this more than when I was younger. However, it's still definitely not my favorite gem yet. Slippery Frozen Floor is perfect for improving your sense of balance. So maybe that changes if I ever play Black and White 2. That's something that I'm open to down the line. I think at first I need like a little break from Pokemon because I'll be doing Pokemon Violet after this as well. So after that's done, then I'll be considering at some point going around to play Black and White 2. But we'll see. Maybe chat will get their long-awaited Superior pick. But I'm gonna make them wait for that one. You can't give them exactly what they want. You need to do a bit of teasing at the same time. I forgot how long this whole gym segment is. We're gonna run out of fire type moves at this rate. Go. Cubchoo, and then we'll just hammer on it. That being said, we can probably, like, headbutt them. Well, I mean, this guy's for sure getting headbutt. Does it outspeed me now? Ah, it failed the endure. Get wrecked. I guess it's one of those things that has like a chance, like a higher chance of failure the more you use it consecutively. Like protect and detect. Wait, what? Uh-oh. Where does this lead me? Oh, it's the beginning again. Okay. Sure, why not? Let's refresh our PP. We might as well while we're here, you know? Dun 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 dun. La 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 la. I can't squeeze through that. I'm too thick. Too dummy thick. Clapping my ass cheeks keeps alerting the guards. There you go. Yippee! Oops. We're gonna speed run through this shit. Okay, never mind. I'm a liar. I just reset what the hell I was doing. Okay, you know what? That works. Boom. We lost a bit of time there, but we're still on course. Oops. Up. Round. Down. Left. Up. Uh-oh. We seem to be trapped in an infinite loop. There you go. Puts us here. Aha. There you go. And then up. I don't know what I was thinking there. Uh-oh. Okay, we're fine. My brain got, like, stuck for a second. Hate it when that happens. Alright, here he is! The gym leader. That brings me back to the beginning. I don't want to do that. It's the gym leader. The Manatan. Punch him. You appear ready to face a gym leader. Then, bring it! There's Bryson. Leader Bryson. Vanillish to start off the dinner. And of course, we punch it in the face. Who's he gonna do? Who's he gonna do next? Probably his bear tech, right? Yeah. Because it's like his strongest Pokemon. Alright. Do we disrespect it? I think we just disrespect him. Fire Punch. That's all I need. 7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I have to play. Wait, what is it? 7 minutes is all I can spare to play with you. There it is. Anyway. Extreme conditions really test you and train you. Fire Punch. Oh, right in the balls. Right in the cryogonal balls. Right? The hexagons. It's probably not a hexagon. I didn't actually pay too much attention. The wonderful combination of you and your Pokemon. What a beautiful friendship. Thanks, Guy. In honor of your stout heart, I will give you this.
Wow!
Is it a what's the badge? Glacial badge? What's it called? What did you call it? Freeze badge. My bad. I was thinking too sparkly for him. You have 7 badges. That means Pokemon up to level 80 will obey you. This TM will convey my regard for your accomplishments. Frost Breath. Your icy regards? I don't know. That's like it's like not a good thing, right? That's like a bad thing. A move that will always results in a critical hit. Frost Breath. That's all he has to say. No matter how many battles I fight, I don't know what strength is. Perhaps you can find the answer. Okay. Anyway. I love how we don't even walk. We're just like... We're kind of just chilling. We don't have to say more with fewer words. Well, that's nice. Hi guys. Phantom, I've been talking with Bianca, and I'm wondering, since we left November Town, has something about me changed? Think about what I want to do. Think about what I should do. It felt like there was nothing. Have I really become stronger, or is it just my Pokemon that have? I don't know anymore. Hey, cheer up, Sharon. Isn't it nice to see everyone? Phantom, you know what? This time, I'll go to the Pokemon fan club. I'm really searching for what I want to do and what I can do. Who are you? Who? Us? I'm Bianca, and this is Sharon. I know you are there. Why don't you show yourself? The way they're like hunched over, dude.
Impressive, Gym Leader of Icarus City. We, the Shadow Triad, are beings of the shadows, are not easily noticed. Our mission was to speak only with Phantom, but so be it. Ghetsis has a message for you. Come to Dragon Spiral Tower.
It is there that our Lord N waits for you. Now our mission is complete. Dragon Spiral Tower. What's going on? Hey, tell me. Now, hang on. Young man, you're here for a gym challenge. Hang on for a bit. I've got to head to Dragon Spiral Tower. I'm going to. Dragon Spiral Tower is to the north of here, right? You coming with us, Bianca? You're gonna chicken out. Whoa! What should I do? For now, I have to go to Dragon Spiral Tower. Okay, I'm heading north. Oh, she's actually going. Whoa, what should I do for now? Okay. She's actually going. I'm proud of you, Bianca. Big yawn. All right, let's head north as well. I'd say we probably put somebody else up front. Let's do our boy Samurott, okay? Okay. And give the lucky egg to Samurott. He's gonna do a little bit less damage, but it does result in him getting some more XP. It's not like we desperately need the extra damage anyway, right? So. Hey, Phantom! Oh, Phantom. And you must be Bianca. I'm the Professor Juniper. The Professor Juniper who gave you the Pokedex is my daughter.
Nice to meet you, Professor. Thanks to Professor Juniper, I got to go on a journey and start figuring out possibilities for my life. I'm very, very grateful for her.
To her? Is that right? Grand. Actually, we should chat later. Phantom, Bianca, here's the situation. Some members of Team Plasma, quite a large group, broke through the tower wall and went inside. Bryson and that young man, I believe his name was Charon. The two of them went after Team Plasma, but...
Professor, what's the Dragon Spiral Tower?
Ha! I guess you should be curious. I guess you would be curious. Well, I'll explain briefly. Dragon Spiral Tower has stood tall since long before Unova was founded. On the top floor, the legendary Dragon-type Pokemon waits for a person pursuing ideals to appear. That's what is said. Are you going to go after Team Plasma like your friend did? It's admirable of you to join the fight against Team Plasma, but it's risky too.
Don't worry. Phantom and Sharon are both really, really strong, and they've beaten Team Plasma before. But I'm not all that strong. Actually, I admit it. I'm not very strong, so I was thinking it would be nice if maybe I could stay here and be your bodyguard.
Why, thank you. That makes me feel much safer. Well, Phantom, it's up to you. Climb the tower. That's all I can give you, but it might help you rest. Thanks. Still, what could Team Plasma be after? Let me actually buy some Pokemon balls. My ass calling them Pokemon balls? What the hell? I'll go buy some Pokeballs. Wait, you're the TM guy. What have you got for me? Blizzard, Thunder, Fire Blast. Interesting moves. However, none of my Pokemon really want those specific ones. Ultra Balls. We should start getting some of these. Let's start with... We have a lot of money, so let's do a good 37. I don't think we'll really need more than this amount, realistically. For now, we're gonna keep buying Hyper Potions, I think. Let's buy... There you go. Okay, how are we doing with these? Antidote, how many do we have? We have 3. Let's top all of them off to 10 for now. They're pretty cheap, so that's not an issue. Awakening, we have 1. Burn Heal, we have 0 of these. Oh, bollocks, dude. I really dislike, I don't know. Sometimes the way that this goes through stuff pisses me off. The dialogue. Anyway. And then some full heals. How many do we have? We have 2. Let's top it off with a nice 10 in all of them. That way we have 10 of each and then 10 for wiggle room purposes. Our repels, I think we're doing okay, but we can restock for a little bit. Get us 9 of those. I think we're okay for now. All revives might be nice. How many do we have? We have 4. Let's get 16. And then we'll sell some of the Stardust that we have. Oh, and a Nugget. I think we don't have anything else to sell. I think that was it. Yeah. Alright. Alright, now we're well stocked. Alright. Let's go! Dragon Spiral Tower. What Pokemon do we actually find in the bushes here? A Deerling. Throw up in there. Pokemon. Fury Cutter probably does not take it out, actually. If I have to guess. Okay, this takes it out though. Where are we? The dragon something. Dragon Spiral Tower. Outside. Mienfoo. Oh, this is where we can get Mienfoo. Oh shit, we can already get Druddigon here too. By the looks of it. Though, I'm not really aiming for Druddigon. It's a cool Pokemon, but I went Druddigon in the past and I don't care too much for it. Earlier, the gym leader went up the tower. If you're lucky, you might witness a legend. A legend? What are they talking about? What the hell? What are they doing up there? Is something going wild at the top of the tower? Wow. Unbelievable. That's what they do here. Okay. Okay, dude. Okay, buddy. Okay. This is where we find Golett. I mean, might as well throw a quick ball and have a surf. Should be super effective. Yeah. Phantom! The hell are you guys doing? You can walk on the fallen columns too. I'm going after Team Plasma. What the hell are these guys doing? Everything's in disrepair. I still hope that they continue with the idea that they can, like, I hope they continue with the idea of making a more mature JRPG style Pokemon, because I think there's a lot that can be done with that. Personally, that's my take. That's the sound he makes. I'm gonna put on, I'm gonna use a repel once I've just, like, encountered a Druddigon. A Hyper Potion. Yippee! And it's, because I just think, while there's a chance that, like, you know, I might as well try and actively finish the Pokedex, right? I might as well try and encounter everything. To that end, are there any Pokemon I've missed? I actually might have. Let me check the Pokédex. I haven't checked the Pokédex at all. Because I'm a silly guy like that. Let me take a look here. There you go. This is my first time opening the Pokédex. Lamau. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. That as well. That as well. That makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Where can I find a Zorua? Okay, we'll probably encounter one of those. We'll encounter one of those. Yeah, okay. So far, everything looks like it makes a lot of sense, actually, of like not having located them. So that's fine. Okay, this is where things get a bit wishy-washy. One of them is for sure like Mienfoo and its evolution and whatnot. But okay. Now we're doing pretty good with our Pokédex. I do intend to actually try and finish it because I think something happens when you fully finish it. I don't remember though. Like I mentioned, it's been like at least 13 years since I've actually played this game. You know? Memory's very hazy. I forget, which one are you playing? I'm playing Pokemon Black. Meaning the legendary is Reshiram. That I will be getting. So, N is going to get Zekrom. Spoilers. Oh, it's this segment. I remember this place. That loops me back around. Let's try the middle one. Yeah. Give me that. A shiny stone. I actually don't remember who in this game evolves from a shiny stone. For both Black and White, the only way to get Zora is through doing a transfer on another Pokemon first. We see the Evo at one point. I don't actually remember seeing the Evo when I originally played. I always thought that was an event thing, rather than, like, something that you casually do. Phantom, we'll hold them here. You go on ahead. Okay. This is nothing, but there sure are a lot of them. What a complete bother. So young, but so tough. But this is the true strength of a gym leader. The strength. Could it be equal to the 7 sages? No one. I wouldn't let anyone get in our way. What about you guys? Yeah, alright. If I have to lose, at least it's to a gym leader. Right now, our king is upstairs. There's nothing you can do. I'm surprised. The most people don't even notice. Oh, okay. I already know about it. I've seen the scene because when I wanted to get Zoroark, I was like, how to get Zoroark? And then it's like, eh? And I didn't understand that at the time. So I vaguely know the scene at which it appears, but I always thought that was an event related scene. So is it like Zorua, where you just see it? Yeah, I know that you need some like Celebi thing, but the problem is Celebi is an event Pokemon in Heart and Gold, Soul Silver, so it's really awkward. I will hurt anyone who disobeys Team Plasma. This theme always reminds me of the line from James in that one episode where I believe he says, and I quote, "Let's blow those whiny women back into the dark ages where they belong." Which is insane, and Ash agrees with them. I think it's some episode where James and Ash team up, and Jesse and I want to say May team up. Which is crazy. That's an insane thing to say. And there's a whole meme with the Team Plasma music playing there. Gotta make sense, but out of context, it's insane. Yeah. Scraggy. What a scraggy dude. I think we go for another revenge here. Like the Minecraft song, Revenge. There you go. Huh. You thought right. Okay, dude. We exist to serve our Lord, N. So if he told you to stop what you're doing, would you? Side-eye? Ooh, Hone Claws. That's... Okay. Maybe Revenge one-shots. Honestly, it might. 140, because it's 70 attack power on super effective. Probably kills. Yeah. There you go, level 40, very nice. Another Lipard, okay. It still kills you. Okay, here you go. There's a lot of them here. Since coming to Dragon Spiral Tower, my stress level is maxed out. The more hyper I am, the faster you'll go down. Bro's cortisol levels are spiking, as they would say.
As the kids say.
3 Pokemon. James having a lot of... Yes, the that was the scene where he has an out, like he has a disguise on. I remember that. Nothing else changed. I think he does have lipstick on, if I'm remembering the scene correctly. I think he's got like basic makeup on. Pokemon was wild at some points, yeah. I mean, it's I think a lot of older, I say older, but like a lot of early 2000s, late 90s, or just, I think anything earlier than the mid 2000s in terms of anime for kids still had a lot of things that were very much not for kids. Oh, was this JP only episode where the Safari Zone got straight up pulls a gun to Ash's face? Yes, they censored it, I believe. If I'm not misremembering. There you go. Ah! I've lost my motivation. That easily. I guess we just use a hyper potion. We have a lot of them. Entire just pulls out gun. Now let's talk. Dragon Fang. Buff dragon type moves, though we don't have any dragon type moves to use. Oh, it's this room. I remember this room. Do we still encounter Pokemon here? I imagine we do. Star piece, we can sell that too. But you know, like lots of like older anime were like that. They're like, especially like kids shows, were really out of pocket. So I think it was like, it must have been some like late decision where they were like, you know what? Let's kind of tone it down a bit. Yeah, but there's plenty of situations where I've like rewatched things that I watched as a kid and went, hello? Very obviously it's Aerodactyl. It's shocking! Sounds like something is on a rampage at the top of the tower. Obviously, it's Aerodactyl of how Americans were seen too. Probably the main reason it was never aired on the western side of things. I don't think I watched that episode specifically. I know of the episode, but yeah. It's finally time! Our Lord N will become the hero! What? Don't made it up, clear up here? Now, stop that trainer for our Lord N! Everyone who isn't Team Plasma is an enemy. Use all your powers to take them out. No one can interfere with Universe New Dawn. Find it now easily, but yeah. We actually had a small plot hole because it was skipped, since that was when Ash caught a lot of that one bull Pokemon for us. The reaction taken should be the parents walking the kids through certain scenes, while others, we watched DBZ unsupervised. We turned out fine. I think it's more to things like, I think the reality of it is more like they just didn't continue doing it because why, right? I imagine a lot of them started seeing it as kind of distasteful. So it's less of a, no, you can't do that anymore. More like a, why are we doing that? Obviously, you as an adult are like, no, I want more raunchy looking stuff. But, you know, why? Better have that talent hyper-focused to the stuff that is aimed at adults, you know what I mean? Sheesh, losing to a kid, but Team Plasma is more than one person. Our dream is about to come true. No one will be able to stop us. What's up, Roku? For the daily check-in. Why and why not on the same balance here? Well, then it's not an issue, right? If you're neutral, if you're completely neutral on the issue, then it's not even a discussion. The only reason why you'd want to participate is if you have a set opinion. No? If you have one way you think it should be. Here I come! Plasma! This is such a, like, battle of attrition here. Oh, perfect. Wait, don't flinch? Bastard! Fake, I don't want to always flinch. You don't know that. Maybe if I believe hard enough, it won't. Our king will create a new world. Bring it on. Can you take on 4 in a row? What do you mean by that? My opinion is that kids are more capable to take set scenes than we believe. I think it's less about less about the capability of taking stuff like that. And more about again, we can't account for everyone's psyche, life being the same. My mum was always very adamant on teaching me that fantasy is very different from my IRL. And, you know, that assumes that you have capable parents, right? We can't always assume that, unfortunately. That's right, bitch. The hero will open up the way to the new world, which means you traders can all prepare to lose your Pokemon. What a dick. Oh, I forgot about this segment. We should be fine. We can handle whatever we're doing here. N! Zekrom. He looks so evil. What do you think, Phantom? How do you like the powerful form of the Pokemon who appears before and fights beside the hero that will lead the way to a new world? Now Zekrom and I will head to the Pokemon League and defeat the champion. This will be the last of the Pokemon battles that hurt Pokemon so. A world for Pokemon alone. It's finally going to be a reality. If you want to stop me, you must become a hero as well. That's right, when Zekrom's counterpart Reshiram recognizes you, we'll finally be even, and then you can try to stop us. Well, what will you do? My prediction? If the future that I see is true, you will meet Reshiram. The Pokemon with you believe in you so strongly. Will you be the one who interferes with my formula for changing the world? If you want to protect the bonds between Pokemon and people, you must search for Reshiram. I'm sure it is waiting for you in the form of the Lightstone. Phantom, did you see what flew off just now? How could this happen? Why? That was that guy, N, right? Why was he with the legendary Pokemon? He couldn't really be the hero, could he? Also, did I hear him tell you to search for the other legendary Pokemon? Calm down. First, we go back. It's more important to decide what to do next than analyze what just happened. Astounding! I never would have imagined the legendary Dragon-type Pokemon would return now. A guy called N. Team Plasma's boss apparently reawakened the legendary Pokemon. He told Phantom to look for the other legendary Pokemon, then flew away. Huh? There are 2 legendary Dragon-type Pokemon? Yes! Yes, there are! Oh, okay, my bad. Yes, there are. Why, if it isn't older? It's been a while. Have you been, well? No time for chit-chat. Those violent flashes of lightning that shot from the tower. That Pokemon has the power to destroy the world. If it's on Team Plasma's side, and Team Plasma tells everyone to release their Pokemon, no matter whether it comes from fear or admiration, the world can't help but change. Brother, you could Giga Stomp Zekrom. Giga Stomp. Like, legitimately, it's not even like a contest, bro. I've fought you in the second Elite Four run through. You guys would like shit on them. It's like only like what, level 45 or something like that? You no problem at all. What is he on about? It will become a world where we are separated from Pokemon. Moreover, the boss of Team Plasma, N, who reawakened Zekrom, apparently said to look for the other Pokemon, Reshiram. If I remember the myth, Zekrom's powerful electricity, along with the other Pokemon, devastated ancient Unova in an instant. Even knowing that, N is still wanting to awaken the other. Huh? Isn't it dangerous to bring back a Pokemon that powerful? Miss, you are a very kind person. Still, I don't know if other Pokemon will be able to stand up to it. Because no matter what, it is a legendary being. I don't like the idea of taking orders from N, but searching for the dragon, the stone, might not be a bad plan. I'll tell you exactly how to deal with Zekrom. Hear me out. Okay, to be fair, this doesn't exist yet. Literally, even the typing doesn't exist and the type combination doesn't work. But dude, Ground Fairy would completely ruin Zekrom. It could do nothing. Best we can do is probably Ground Steel. So Excadrill. Excadrill would have a field day with Zekrom. It's like Final Fantasy 14, the Pokemon battles in the way we fight them is not exactly canon. I suppose. We certainly can't let Team Plasma reawaken both of them. Since I've traveled all over Unova, I have an idea of where it might be. Let's head to the Relic Castle. Phantom, everyone, I'm going. I see. We'll leave that to you. I'm going to investigate inside the tower. Hopefully I'll find something. Then I will go with you. I think I understand better now. Being able to do something for Pokemon, for somebody at a time like this is strength. I'm sure of it. My strength is something that is given to me by my Pokemon. Okay, champion, let's hurry. Phantom, this has turned into a big deal. So confusing. I don't know what to do. Are you gonna go to the Relic Castle, Phantom? Past Route 4 in the Desert Resort. I hear that's where the Relic Castle is. Thanks. Like in the movies, you'll watch Pokemon take super effective attacks and just go, ah, that was nothing. Only to take a not very effective attack from another strong Pokemon and fall over, yeah. Though a sufficient level gap can explain stuff like that. Between each and all of them. I am. I get you. Good night, Pixel Phantom. I'll catch you some other time. This goes to show that trust and parents went down. Coming with stuff that was matter of fact before. AT's mum would take your movie game away if she felt it was too much for you. Yeah. Though I think there was still age rating, so it's not like you could go ahead and buy stuff out of your age range anyway. Or if you did and they gave it to you anyway, they're technically going against the law, but you know. you know, they weren't supposed to do that. Let's see. Though that being said, they are drastically lessening the unstoppable entity that cannot even be like you have no chance of fighting situation with legendaries a bit. Just because I think they just want to do more with legendaries. We're seeing that in the anime recently. With Pokemon like Rayquaza being a Pokemon that is caught. Which has mixed opinions. I think there's not necessarily. I don't think there's a wrong opinion to that. I think there's. I don't think there's a wrong opinion of the two sides of the argument. Do you need to watch the more recent anime season because I heard they're trying to shake it up quite a bit? Yeah, so it seems like one of the angles they're going for is that legendaries are like inherently really powerful Pokemon, but still technically beatable if you use like a full team to fight them, essentially. Like, for example, if I were to square up, like canonically, I'd be able to catch a legendary if I used my full squad of well-trained Pokemon to fight them. Is kind of the angle they're going for. And to be fair, they've kind of been going that way a while now with, what was it, Pokemon Origins? With like Red catching all of the legendaries and stuff. And I think that's the kind of angle they're gonna prefer to do now, because it means that they can actively use legendaries in the anime and stuff more commonly, rather than it just being like, oh yeah, you will never ever win against the legendary. You need like 500 Pokemon to even like try and match up to it. Which I don't entirely know how I feel about that. I can see the reasoning why, and I even partially agree with the reasoning why, but then again, it's still a legendary Pokemon. Because you basically pissed off a god or demigod. If you lose there, it's a good chance it would just kill you. Yeah, essentially, like, it is represented that these legendaries are still very much dangerous. The only reason why one character got away with actively challenging said legendary is because he actually has a full-on, like, built-up rapport with that specific legendary. That this legendary knows this person. Otherwise, yeah, it might not be. And the legendary is also quite benevolent. Stop, Phantom! That's the entrance to the Relic Castle. You're impressive, Phantom. Making it here before I did. Dealing with the desert resort's Pokemon took longer than I would have thought. Just get a repel, bro. I only made it all the way out here thanks to my Pokemon. Aldo went ahead. Let's hurry. Is he still standing out there? He's just standing there. But no, I think that's one of the things, like in like real Pokemon lore. Pokemon are dangerous. Certainly, like some of the biggest, strong ones. 1999 movie did a good example. The big bad evil guy was able to weaken legends in question. Only for when they failed, they basically got shot down and almost killed. Yeah. Similarly to, I think there's an episode in Diamond and Pearl where a person essentially gets killed. Because of, I'm not sure because of a legendary, but yeah. Ghetsis told us that once again we should test how much power you have. We'll see if you can defeat Team Plasma. These guys don't leave me alone, huh? I've heard about you. You work Pokemon hard. Let me see. The way they're always a threat makes me think the majority of the population don't have Pokemon, as in trained with them. I'd say so. I think a lot of people, most people aren't Pokemon trainers. They'll have maybe like a Pokemon or two. And even less people will have any of them and will just live alongside them. You know, you have some... You got like a Sunflora population in the city, you know? Maybe a couple of like first stage evolutions, maybe even a second stage evolution of some of the earlier Pokemon. Generally speaking, very few people have like a full team of Pokemon. Even in the anime, very rare is it that somebody will pull out 6 consecutive Pokemon within their team. And those who do are typically competing within the Pokemon League. Even then, like, a lot of people who compete in Pokemon Leagues don't have a full team of 6. Be like people training their dogs IRL. A lot of people have dogs. Some people have slightly trained dogs. Then you see people who have trained their dogs to do entire courses flawlessly. Mm-hmm. Though I don't... Yeah, I feel like sometimes when I watch videos of that, I always get a bit of a weird feeling because I feel like sometimes some of these people don't treat their dogs like, you know, something they have a friendship with. Which I don't like the vibe of that. You do you, but like, you know, that's a personal thing. I guess the same can be said for Pokemon, right? They're not exactly normal in how they usually think, yeah. Basically stripping away the animal's free will entirely. Yeah, and you kind of like programming them in a way, which just gives me kind of an ick, you know? If you train dogs for a living, you know, I have nothing against you. It's just something that I would prefer not to do with my dogs, at least. We can go up here? What does this lead? Something you can't see yourself doing, but you understand why people do? Yeah, kind of. Fuck! I shouldn't have done that. I went before looking. Okay, so I figured out, yeah, the trick there is you can't sprint on them. You have to just slow walk. Which makes sense. You gotta, like, tread carefully and stuff. You can't change the world without a little pain? Did you say pain? Or did that say plan? My eyes are sucky. Let's go for a Razor Shell. I figured he actually would be okay with that. Please don't poison me. Bastard. There's a reason that a lot of ROMs, people go into what exactly does it mean to train Pokemon? Yeah. I think even the Pokemon anime kind of addresses that in some parts, where certain Pokemon prefer not to really fight. They're not like fighters at heart, and they prefer to go into like Pokemon contests and stuff where they get to be more artistic and stuff rather than something to battle with. So all things considered, if you train Pokemon really well, they can be insanely dangerous. Oh yeah. Shadow Ball. Very good move, Shadow Ball. One of my favorites. Grom, that is the dark side of Gen 1. They call starters military grade Pokemon. I think it makes sense, especially if you look at Charizard and Blastoise. If everyone frees their Pokemon, there is no winning or losing. Right? Kanto Jojo War is one of my favorite theories. Yeah, I mean it's known that there was a war between the two like years ago, but the question is like how long ago was it? Is it ancient history, or is it like 20 years ago? Because though people do mention some for like, you know, you obviously have like, what's it called, Lieutenant Surge? Yeah. But like, how much of that is like actual something like reliable info, or how much of that is something that has been scrapped? Because we know for a fact that Game Freak likes to go dark and then make it less dark as they develop. Because we've seen all of the leaks of like some of the concepts and stuff, and they are definitely not very child-friendly concepts. Seems like 14 is fit. Yeah. I'm just saying that it's not known if like it's fully canon what he says, and if that was just like part of the one of the angles that they were considering going on in, and they just put the dialogue there that they then abandoned. Because they do that too. There'll be previously established stuff that they'll go, we don't actually like that. And then they'll retcon it or something. I mean, I feel like, especially with Pokemon, I feel like anybody who is like upset or like surprised with whenever something gets retconned in Pokemon clearly hasn't been part of the established, like hasn't been playing these games for enough time. They retcon things. They've always retconned things like crazy. Pokemon Black and White and the second games is where the Game Freak was allowed to be darker than usual. Like if you actually look at the story for those full games, it's surprisingly dark. Oh yeah. I mean, Getsis just like, I've heard he just straight up tries to kill you in Black and White 2. Which I'll possibly see at some point. If I do decide to, I already have, I'm already all repelled up. Nice. The sun's done. Shit, you have to go all the way around? Oh, that's not fun. Okay, I can go down here, though. Okay, we're here now. The game you're playing now? They're trying to remove Pokemon ownership from everyone, and not just removing ownership from everyone, outside of N at least. Yeah. It is a little bit dark. I'm gonna be real. I know a lot of people love N, but I'm gonna be real, Chief. I think so far N is pretty insufferable. Personally. Then again, I haven't played Black and White 2, and I have no clue if he like reoccurs in there, and like has a whole new spin on him and stuff. But like, yeah, N is a sheltered child, yeah. But yeah, like, I don't get people who are like, oh my god, I love N. N is such a and only have played Black and White. Maybe something changes when you play Black and White 2. I can't say. I haven't played. But certainly, like, for now, he's very, like, ugh. One of those people. And it's not necessarily his fault. It's because he's been kind of, like, in the non-sus way, groomed into his position of the King of Team Plasma. But, like, it's still very... Gets my old eyes rolling back into my skull kind of thing. But it makes sense. He's kind of also just kind of a child, right? Still. How old are the protagonists of this game, actually? I know we're kids, but, like, our models are, like, really adult-looking. I always thought that N was supposed to be around our age as well. I want to say they're young teens, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that makes sense. I won't tolerate people who have different ideas. Yeah. And like the 10-year-olds from a lot of the other games, they need to get rid of the 10-year-old thing. I'm gonna be honest. It just doesn't do them any favors. Teens, go for it. 10-year-olds just ain't it. IMO. Ow. Unfortunately, it looks like they are shying, like, moving away from that. Because I think it's pretty clear in, for example, Scarlet and Violet, that you're a little bit older. That's not to say that you're fully, like, you know, late teens or anything, but, like, you're a little bit older. And then you have, like, Pokemon Legends ZA, where it's pretty clear you're mid to late teens at the youngest. I think all of the protagonists in Legends ZA feel like they're like 15 and above, at least. Something apparently Game Freak has apparently wanted to make games with young adults as the protagonists, only for Nintendo to have pulled them back in the past because they wanted to sell the game to children. You know, you don't necessarily have to have a game be as kids for kids, and I think Nintendo is just very, I don't know, a bit too scared to really go for it. Because I guess it's that mentality of, well, it works, why change anything, right? To which I say, I think honestly, I'd be okay with it if it basically means that we get side games that are aimed more towards adults. I say adults, okay. And I say aim towards adults, and I don't mean like adult games per se, but games with maybe a more mature, refined story that goes a bit deeper than just what Pokemon is typically known for. Like, Pokemon Legends Arceus is a good example from everything I've seen. Pokemon Legends ZA also kind of goes into some of the deeper aspects. Though it's still, I'd say ZA is definitely a lot safer than And what else? Obviously Black and White. Black and White 2 are a bit more mature, though not massively. Any of the other games? I know Scarlet and Violet broaches some darker topics as well, in some aspects. Which is nice. We'll see how they do it, what they plan to do with Winds and Waves. Winds and Waves. Remember talking to you about that possibility? Yeah. I think it'd be a good idea having like some spin-off side games, because I think with how well the Legends games are doing, I think they're probably going to continue selling Legends games, because Legends ZA sold incredibly well actually, especially considering how some parts of the internet received it so negatively. The game itself sold really well, and among the people that I know that have actually played it, most people enjoyed it. There were some glaring issues, yes. It is very far from a perfect game. If we're talking about pure quality of gameplay, it's like a 5 or a 6 out of 10. But in terms of fun, I had a lot of fun playing it. So, you know. There's also the fact that Power and similar games have started to pick up in popularity more too. Yeah. Phew! I finally caught up. You two, come here. Come to my side. Looks like everyone is here. It seems you are working hard to resurrect Reshiram, the other dragon-type Pokemon, aren't you? But it appears the Lightstone you seek is not here. Well then, congratulations are in order. Phantom, you were chosen by our king. If you truly desire to keep the world as it is, where Pokemon live alongside people, you must bring the other dragon-type Pokemon spoken of in legend and battle with our king. Otherwise, Team Plasma will steal every Pokemon from every person in the world and release them all. Release them, you say? Do the Pokemon who live with their trainers actually want that? Is the liberation you talk about really just stealing Pokemon from people? What's this? Champion Alder. Even though illness took the Pokemon that had been your partner for many years, and you haven't had a serious battle in all that time, even you, who ordered the Elite Four to protect the Pokemon League and left to wander the Unova region alone, even a champion like you now wants to protect a world where Pokemon and people live together? Yes? I don't see how a tragic act... I don't see how that would change his position on wanting to protect Pokemon. What? Team Plasma's king will show the people of Unova that he is stronger than a champion who keeps Pokemon bound. And just like the hero who founded Unova, he will be accompanied by the legendary Pokemon. We will give this order. Traders, release your Pokemon. For this, we have prepared a suitable castle for the legendary Zekrom and our king. I won't lose. I'll fight for all trainers who love their Pokemon, and for all Pokemon who believe in their trainers. Our king has no interest in you. He's already determined that victory against you is assured. So you stayed behind just to tell me that? Just to make a fool of me? Of course not. I'm doing this out of kindness. Yes, kindness. I'm making sure the champion doesn't get hurt for no reason. Granted, the moment when someone loses all hope, I really do love to watch that moment. Well then, farewell. Alder, what are you going to do now? Seems my only choice is to return to the Pokemon League and battle N. But it bothers me to do exactly what Ghetsis wants. More importantly, what should we do about the Lightstone? Alder, why don't we go outside for now? Yes, it's a good idea. It's hard to breathe in here. It's hard to put into words, but I'll never forgive them for this. What could that guy called N possibly want? Could he be trying to prove he is right by winning the battle of the two dragons? The X-Transceiver is ringing! Phantom picked up the X-Transceiver. Phantom! Phantom! Hello, Phantom? Oh, you picked up. Hey, Phantom. Come to the museum in Nacrene City. Immediately. Right away, got it? I mean right now. I could hear Professor Juniper's voice from clear over here. Seems like something big is happening. I wonder what is waiting at the museum at in a green city. I'll go on ahead. I'll look around here once more. I don't want to believe what Getsus says. Should head for the Green City's museum. Who does he actually use to fly there, I wonder? What's his team again? He probably either used Drudigan or Volcarona, I'd have to guess. Those are the only two Pokemon that can fly. Now, can they both use the move fly? I have no clue, but I know they can both fly. Like, objectively. Let's see here. It's warm again, better than yesterday, but still pain. Oof. That sucks. I know exactly the feeling, because when it was summer over here and I didn't have an aircon in my room, it was actual torture. Especially because my PC superheats my room too. Doesn't help. There are certain games that I generally try and avoid playing during the summer as well, just because they make my PC heat up a lot, and I do not want that to happen during the summer. Because it genuinely turns into a sauna. Probably, like, there's been multiple instances where I'm fairly certain the temperature within my room was like 42 degrees or something like that. Doesn't help I have way too many tabs open. A classic. Phantom, you got caught up in something serious, it seems. Is this it? Whoa, isn't that the stone found in the desert resort? Yes, that's right, but is this really a Dragon-type Pokemon? Surely, when I investigated Dragon Spiral Power, I found elements that were dated to the same era as the Slight Stone. I looked into that. Impressive, as always. But, you know, we're lucky. Because what if Team Plasma, like, noticed that old stone that time? That's a good point. It's clear to me that they were trying to steal the Dragon Skull so they could revive the legendary Dragon-type Pokemon. If you would, Phantom, take this. Wait a moment, Phantom. If you take this Light Stone, that means you'll be the one to battle N if anything happens to me. Are you really okay with that? Yes, I understand. You're determined to take on this duty. Then here it is. Prepare yourself. Be strong. I see. Things don't go as planned. You'll use this Light Stone. You'll protect the true future for us and Pokemon. Phantom, we're counting on you. Please take care of yourself. Yo! Phantom obtained the Light Stone. Phantom put the Light Stone in the key items case. How does it fit into a case? So how do we wake the Dragon-type Pokemon from the stone then? Huh? That's it. We've got them, don't we? Aha! We've got those two. Phantom, go to Pellucid City. The gym leader of that city uses Dragon-type Pokemon. The gym leader could know something. I'll go ahead and wait for you there. Until then. That's right. Pellucid City's Drayden might know something. Hey, Phantom. Never forget that you always have Pokemon right by your side. I'm going to head back to the lab and do some research. I'll see if I can uncover what kinds of beings the legendary Dragon-type Pokemon are, and if there is any way to awaken them. Don't worry. If we have something for you, we'll come running to find you. Oh, sounds real serious. That's about all I got out of it. Phantom, do you know a Pellucid City? When you leave from Icarus City and, like, cross the Tubeline Bridge, it's on the other side. I'm not that great with directions, so if you need more, check your town map, okay? Well, there you go. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I actually don't remember I think I think the gym leader has a Haxorus, Drudigan, and I want to say it's Swilus, but I don't remember. Anyway. Realistically, I think... What level are we? I think our best bet is probably going to be Excadrill, Archops, and Stoutland for this gym specifically. Largely because they are dragon types, obviously, and dragon types are resistant to fire, electric, water, and grass types moves. I think they're resistant to all of those, right? Hold on. And the only way to really, like, effectively... Okay, so they are... resist fire, water, grass, electric. And they're weak to ice, dragon, and fairy. Obviously, fairy doesn't exist yet in Gen 5. Therefore, our best options for deep damage are ice and dragon. We have neither of those on our team. And the only thing that we can resist is Excadrill. Excadrill is our best bet against the dragon typing. So Excadrill is probably going to be our ace when dealing with them. I mean, he's got Excadrill has Earthquake. Excadrill should be fine as long as he's leveled. I think we start off. Odds are he's gonna start with a weak Pokemon. Which would be like Swilus or... Is it Swilus that he has? Maybe... I think maybe... Either Swilus or, what's he called? Fracture? I think he has one of the second evolved forms of one of the dragons. But yeah, he has those. And he's going to start off with... So stat-wise, they're not going to be super impressive. And I don't think they have any actual moves that can deal with me if I throw those Pokemon out first. So if I start off with a Hone Claws or two, I could probably go for... Oh, but what if they have Dragon Tail? I should probably fine. I outspeed. They're probably not going to immediately Dragon Tail. That's probably reserved for like an Ice type or some shit. Or another Dragon type. So if I just start off with a Hone Claws and then Earthquake, I can maybe get to sweeping. We'll see. That being said... Put our boy Excadrill out in front, and we will put the XP share to Archops, who's probably going to be secondary choice here next to Stoutland. That being said, I gotta go take a quick break. Gotta go pee-pees. So I will be B. Mods, make sure nobody's being too sussy. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm back. Okay. I think we can probably get Drayden done today as well. Oosh. Mind you never did watch more stuff about M12S. Probably should. Yeah, I'd say so. You don't have to watch too far in. I think we're probably gonna see through the end of what the swirly tail part, and then the mechanic after that. Breaking news: Meta announces it'll shut down Metaverse. Project had roughly $80 billion investment. Took them long enough. There it is, and that leads to the Pokemon League. Okay. Undella Town. Most terrifying town in the entire game. As some can probably agree. You'll see when we get there. Took him long enough is brutal. Nobody was interested in the metaverse, dude. Because those who it's aimed at really are those who it's aimed at don't give a shit. And those who are Facebook's customers aren't interested in that. It was a doomed project from the start. Is my take on that. Also, can I just say, I still... Naming your company Meta is insane to me. That has like the biggest, we are some goofy villain company from a cliche story of like a technology company. Like what would you call the villainous tech company in when writing a story? Meta would be one of the things you think of, wouldn't it? Like I don't. It's so goofy. Go, repel time. Splish splosh sounds. Those were your footsteps, weren't they? So cute. Huh? Not actually a great type matchup for Excadrill here. Go for an earthquake. Let's see for the raw damage it does. Yep, there we go. Wonderful. We can keep going here. Because we can just throw in a rock slide here. And it crits. That's rough, buddy. Just so strong, too strong to be cute. That's what I like to hear. Call me handsome. Full heal. Very nice. Trader tips. Press select to change the location of items in the bag. Boink. My browser's full of TMs. Would you like one? Facade. When the user's poisoned, paralyzed, or burnt, its attack power doubles. It blends in among the trees and grass, and it shows its strength. See that strength in my Pokemon. Okay, lady. Let's make quick work of her. Hey, there it is. Kinchino. Kinchino? Chinchino? I think it's... I actually don't know. Also, good heavens, why would you do this to me? Yeah. 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 Get earthquake. There we go. An Ultra Ball. So I'm just eating some chocolate, so. Yeah. I think Earthquake should still do the trick. Since we're kind of just over leveled here. Will you switch your Pokemon? No. Let's see. Very nice. If you turn the parasol around, it's like a flower blossoming in the rain. Okay. Alola Mola or Alomo Mola. Earthquake. Oh, it braces itself. That's pretty cool, actually. It just smacked me. Earthquake. Damn it. Swords Dance. Ooh. Now that's an interesting one. Do I want to maintain Hone Claws or do I want to swap to Swords Dance? Now the reason why this is a toughie is because Swords Dance obviously provides a better attack buff, meaning that if I get one of those off, he'll do a lot more damage. Offside is that Hone Claws also boosts my accuracy, which means Rock Slide is a guaranteed hit if I do a Hone Claws. Now, what is the hit percentage of Rock Slide? It's 75, meaning it definitely does want that hone clause. It's rough. I really don't know. Though the flip side of it is though that generally speaking, when I've got Excadrill out, it'll be more or less explicitly so that I can use Earthquake, right? I think at this stage of the game, the only time I'd really want Rock Slide to be used is against a Pokemon with... I mean, if it has Levitate, even that, like, I'd usually want to be using a different Pokemon. And it's not like I can't use Rock Slide, it just ups the chance of being it. Whereas Sword Dance, I think I'm gonna get rid of Home Claws for Sword Stance. Just what's up, Eternal? Hope you're doing good. Go to Pokemon games. I'm still deciding. I'm still deciding if Pokemon Black and White is goated or not. How you doing? Yeah, I think real talk, we probably just go. I think we just go Earthquake. I know Earthquake. I think we just go Soul Stance over Home Claws. It makes Rock Slide a bit more risky to hit, but generally speaking, I think it's the better choice here because Earthquake will be the main attack we'll be going with, and in the future, I don't know when we get Iron Head. Do we naturally learn Iron Head at some point with Excadrill? Do I have to find like a TM? Because I'm trying to think of what good steel attacks we have. I don't know. Icy Rock, thank you. Wait, what is this place? Okay, this is the bridge. Meaning if I go up there, it leads me to a different place. Oops. Let's go there then. Up we go. More of Icarus. Ooh. What do we do here? I'm assuming we just, there's like certain Pokemon you catch and certain trainers you fight here. Like this individual here. Oh, there's a Pokeball there. Let's see, what Pokemon does he have? And can we just sweep through them with Earthquake? Harry! Vanillish. Earthquake might be risky here. We'll actually want to go Rock Slide. Right after. Okay, we hit, thankfully. You want to know? Yeah, I don't mind. Does he actually learn Iron Head then? There it is, there's Fracture. Earthquake. Very nice. There you go. Red, you don't have to worry. A citrus berry. He does not learn it. Okay, that's unfortunate. We'll have to use a TM if we get I don't even know where we get Ironhead as a TM. A max elixir. Okay, I think we jump down here. There's a big open area here. Yeah, I can already get it. Do I have to go to a certain shop? Is it one of the Pokemon centers where there's a shop? I'll probably need to look through them. Oh, the move tutor. Wow, you need a move tutor for Ironhead? Interesting. Okay. I don't think we have any red shards, so that's it. We can't get it right now, unless there's a specific place to, like, grab them from. We'll need to rotate Excadrill here, I think, next. Maractus. You should be fine. Damn it. Evasive. Oh, hell. This is never gonna hit, is it? Yeah. You know, okay, you know what? You know what? You're right. Let's, maybe use Metal Claw instead. That has a higher likelihood of hitting now. Okay, Giga Drain. We should do... Oh, fuck, I thought Steel resisted. Come on, 10. Oh no, I was a water type because of Soak. I forgot about Soak. Wow. I got, actually. I completely forgot that I had Soak on me. That makes sense. That confused me. I was like, why? Why I take super effective damage? Yeah, if I, you know, that it all comes together. Okay, there's still some people here that we need to fight. So let's head back to town first. I don't think we have a red shard. So that will have to wait. I wonder if it's one of those things that you have to actively, like, you only find some of the shards. Wait, maybe I do have a red shard. Let me take a look. I don't know where a red shard would be. Probably not in there. No, I don't think we have one yet. That tracks. Blom, 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 blom. Thank you for waiting. No problemo. Thank you for healing my Pokemon for free. Oh, it's pissing it. Holy shit. The way you know to make it easy is dust clouds have a chance to have shards. But they also have a chance to have like lots of other things, right? So that just sounds like I need to like kind of sit there and farm for a while. Which is that's off-screen activity, if anything. So if I do that, it's gonna be done at some other point. But good to know, thank you. Then get red shards from that. I imagine there's gonna be some Pokeball somewhere that probably has it, or some trainer. I don't even know a trainer per se. But you know the gimmick. We do have surf now, so I could go across the water, but I don't see much of a necessity to do so. They've actually been surprisingly good with HMs in this game so far. Which was probably done in response to the fresh hell that was Gen 4. My favorite gen, but like, good God, you needed a HM Pokemon. Because everywhere you went, Stunfisk. Everywhere you went, it was either a cut, rock smash, rock climb, strength, surf. Awful. So I'm glad that that's overall. I've heard some people say that they're like, oh, they should bring back TMs. Know that, or HM, they should make HMs like necessary again. It's like, no the hell they shouldn't. You are objectively incorrect with that opinion. Every time I play an older Pokemon game, I like roll my eyes, remembering all of the fact that I have to occupy a slot within my inventory with just a random Pokemon that can just learn stuff for that purpose is so annoying. Hey, Carbos. I bought new boots, so I came all the way to get them dirty. You're right. If I buy, they may get even dirtier. Can't remember if it's Black White or Black White 2, but there is an NPC in Nimbasa City that hands a few to you. A few what? Red shards or HMs? Red shards, gotcha. Wasn't sure if you were like talking about what I was just talking about now or what we were talking about earlier. That's good to know whenever I go and decide to play some Black and White 2 in the future. Because those I actually haven't ever played. So I'm actually low-key kind of interested in trying it out. Okay, let's actually go the direction we're supposed to now. As I've been traveling lately, I've been thinking about things like what I can do with my life and what I want to do, but I'm thinking how cool it would be to be a model like Alessa. And then, how cool it would be to do research on Pokemon like Professor Juniper. If that's what I want to do, I'm gonna have to know a lot about Pokemon. So, would you please battle me? Pokemon Trainer Bianca. Stoutland. Let's go Excadrill. I don't know if it has any fighting type moves. Does hit us with an Intimidate, so we definitely want to hit a Swords Dance here and hope that it doesn't just one-tap us. If it does low damage... Okay, it does have fighting type. Oh no! Oh right, Retaliate is not. Okay. Swords Dance again. Might as well just full sweeper. 'Her. Okay, I think this should be enough for a full sweep. Minus her... I think she does have something that can fly, but I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken. Embor is done so here, because we outspeed Embor. And, you know, Earthquake. You recommend them? They're fantastic sequels. So I've heard many people say that in their opinion, they're like among the best Pokemon games ever made. And I wanna know if that lives up to the hype. Simisage, there you go. Though I think we can probably still brute force with Excadrill, all things considered. Let's see. We take normal damage. We did amp it. What's my game preference? My personal favorite is wait, does Musharna have... Oh no, it has full one. It doesn't have Levitate. My favorite Pokemon personally is Platinum. That's always been my favorite. It's near and dear to my heart. But I understand that's not because I think it's the best Pokemon game, but that's just because I personally like it the most, and I have the deepest emotional connection to it. You're amazing. I'm really, 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 really impressed, and that makes me want to give this to you. Hey, a full restore, thanks. In Castelia City, my precious Pokemon was stolen by Team Plasma. So I really, really understand. If Team Plasma forces everyone to liberate their Pokemon, there will be nothing but sad people. Phantom, stop Team Plasma. Don't allow Pokemon to be stolen from trainers who love them. I think that's the truth, or ideal, that I've been pursuing, Phantom. Oh dear. Here I've come all this way, and I'm afraid I'm bothering you when you're going through so much. All I wanted was to help you relax, Phantom. Knowing you, you'll be fine. Definitely, you'll be totally fine. I guarantee it. Anyway, you know what I mean. Yeah, so bye-bye. Okay. Hey. Well, people share that sentiment. I think, yeah, there's just something about it. As we avoid there on weekend evenings, the brats who live here often get up to something stupid. Interesting. Flame Charge! Pretty good move on certain Pokemon. Ah, hey Getsis. Let's be dramatic and slow walk up to you. Come. Getsis, we brought you the one you wanted. Excellent. It seems that you have obtained the Lightstone. I congratulate you on a job well done. It is my Lord N's thought that the true holders of the legendary Pokemon should put their beliefs on the line and strive to find which is the true hero. This is not necessary, however. From his infancy, I provided him with the education required to become the hero of legend. Indeed, he has been so acknowledged by the legendary Pokemon. Such purity of purpose is his. The liberation of Pokemon of which Team Plasma speaks, is the separation of Pokemon from foolish people. That's the truth. All trainers will become helpless to resist us. We alone will be able to use Pokemon. The preparations are complete. When my perfect plan is set in motion, first a few gullible Pokemon trainers who are unable to resist Team Plasma will release their Pokemon. Then that number will become 100, then 1,000. In no time, even the gym leaders and the champion will become unable to fight us. Having a Pokemon will be considered a bad thing. Even people like the sad little Bianca, whose Pokemon was stolen in Castelia, will be unable to face public opinion and will release their Pokemon. That's the kind of world we'll make. You may have the stone, but there's no chance whatsoever that the legendary Pokemon will accept you as the hero. So if you're not willing to hand over your precious Pokemon, I suggest you search for some courage, because you're going to need it. We'll see about that, buddy. Anyway. Remember maxing out the save file on your Diamond copy growing up? Diamond was pretty good. I just think Platinum really... They really peaked in Gen 4 with Platinum. Gen 4 and 5 nailed Pokemon stories. Gen 4 was less on the nose about the story, but it had a really cool surrounding story. And yeah, obviously Cynthia, one of the most involved Pokemon champions as well. Gotta love her. I still think, in my opinion, Cynthia is the best Pokemon champion. But I understand that that's like an opinion. The pitcher throws his first pitch. Thanks, bud. What I just threw was CM56 Fling. You throw an item to do damage to the target. The damage changes depending on what you throw. If you want to pass through here, then you must greet me. Final's just the completed experience? Yeah. We talked about the best legendaries last stream. What would you say is the worst legendaries in Generation? My vote goes to Miraidon, Koraidon. Let me think. So in Gen 1 you have Mewtwo and the 3 birds. Oh, do you count just Mewtwo because he's technically the box art legendary? And he's the only box art legendary in Gen 1. Realistically speaking. Though he isn't actually on the box art. For the whole of a gen? Then it's more than just Miraidon and Koraidon. Right. Okay. I was unaware. Yeah, there's a bunch of legendaries in Scarlet and Violet. Which is why, if you're specifying Koraidon, Miraidon, then we have to go for just the box art legendaries, which I think is a better... That's a better one. Because there are, I think... There's a fair few. Some of them are stinkers, some of them are pretty good. Excluding Gen 1 by default? Well, if you're worried, if you're saying that because you're worried I put Mewtwo lower because it's just 1, I count Mewtwo as a box art legendary because he has the stat spread of a box art legendary. Sword and Shield yourself? So, okay, so we have Mewtwo in Gen 1, Ho-Oh and Lugia in Gen 2. Gen 3 is Groudon, Rayquaza, and Kyogre. Gen 4 is Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. We don't count Arceus as one of those then. Hold on, where's the Lucky Egg? Gen 5 is technically just Reshiram and Zekrom. Though I guess you could say Kyurem as well. You're not wrong for saying that, I think, because in Black and White 2 probably plays a bigger role. Then you have Solgaleo and Lunala and Necrozma. Then you have Zacian and Zamazenta. And then you obviously have damn, 1 HP. That's rough. Then you have Koraidon and Miraidon. I honestly think none of them are bad. In my opinion. From that list, there's none of them that I would look at and be like, I hate those legendaries. Wigama Garboda, interesting. We got the whole gen, I'd still go for Gen 9. Only Pokemon I really like in that midst is Terapagos and Chenpao. Yeah, I actually like Ogerpon. Ogerpon has kind of grown on me. I didn't like it at first, but I actually kind of like it more the more that I see it. Love him. Isn't Ogerpon like canonically female? Yeah, it's female only. She's just a little cutie. Also kind of goated. Didn't she like 1v4 all poison Pokemon at a type disadvantage? I respect that. Hey, what have we here, boys? You have good Pokemon, let me see. Okay. Oh, it's a dual, okay. Oh my god, 2 Scraggies. Go for a Rock Slide, I guess. Bam. Okay, I'm gonna be real. I actually kind of like, I kind of like Koraidon and Miraidon. But then again, I think I might agree with you. Going based off of box art, I do think I like Koraidon, Miraidon the least. But that doesn't come from a position of disliking them. Those are guys from this game. I would see them in Pokemon Showdown characters. Yeah, everything in Pokemon Showdown is a model from one of the Pokemon games. I don't have that much time, actually, I just realized. Bam. I think, okay, so my favorites, I think Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina are my absolute favorites. Probably followed by Gen 3. Followed by... I don't like the Vessels of Ruin and the Loyal 3. The Loyal 3 are, like, not great. But of the Vessels of Chenpao is really cool. That's probably my favorite among them. Okay. Okay. Chenpao's sick. That's about it. For me, personally. I've been in Giga Impact. Ooh. Giga Impact is probably, like, what I want on Stoutland, I'm gonna be real. Or something like that. But then again, it means that it can't like use it after that, bam. But I think I agree with you, Azure, but not on principle that I dislike Koraidon and Miraidon, and it's more along the lines of I think the others are just generally better. To me. Like, I'm gonna be real, I actually really like Zacian. Zacian is really cool to me. But then again, I really like big swords, right? Big swords are peak. Wolves are really cool. And the concept of a Pokemon that is basically like Sif from... Sif or Sif? I always forget the actual pronunciation. From Dark Souls makes it really iconic to me. I can tolerate Miraidon, a Robo Dragon that turns into a bike sounds cool as heck. Koraidon though, for me, I kind of like Koraidon mainly because of its shiny.
Big swords go hard and I'm hard from big swords.
That's the rules I live by. Thank you for the 12 months. It's already been 12 months, Eatable? Fucking hell. That's actually insane. I appreciate that, man. Oh, this is also where we get our juice. If we want to, like, actually EV train our dudes. Noted. Anyway. It's wild. That is wild. PP up. I've got more PP. All black, red, white, yeah. I really like the combination. But I get why, like, I kind of see you. Especially because I think Koraidon is ruined by the bike thing as well. I think Miraidon works with it because it's like a Robo Dragon. But Koraidon kind of gets ruined by needing also to be kind of like a bike-themed Pokemon. I think if you remove the bike theming, they could have gone a lot more with it. But it is what it is. Gotta give your Pokemon their roids. It's not really roids, more like supplements, right? Pokemon roids is more akin to like the strong balls that you have in the anime. Okie dokie. You like Okie dokie? Fair enough. You know what? I can see you liking Okie dokie. That makes sense. That tracks. Ogerpon is really cute though. She's just a little guy, you know? I do think generally though, all of the what are they called? The loyal 3 are super disappointing Pokemon. For me also, because I like concepts a lot as well. For me, I really like Zacian because Steel Fairy is a sick fucking typing. Steel Fairy just goes hard. I just like Pheasantipity's name. It is a pretty good name. And here we are. Hello, Phantom. This way. Getsis. What a liar. Desperately trying to con everyone with a speech. That is correct. Our Lord N has combined his power with the legendary Dragon-type Pokemon and intends to create a new world. We herald the return of the hero of Unova, founder of this region. Hero? Dragon? Legend! Pokemon are different from people. They are living beings who contain unknown potential. They are living beings from whom we humans have much to learn. They are beings whose greatness we should acknowledge. Beings who should be freed from our oppression. Freed? Pokemon? We, Team Plasma, invite you to join us. We all want to create a new world where people and Pokemon are both free. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask you now, please, release your Pokemon. And so I end my plea to you today. Thank you, one and all, for your attention.
Is it true? Have we been making Pokemon suffer?
Maybe we should release our Pokemon like Team Plasma says. No way! Without Pokemon, I'll be lonely and sad. Valid. Pokepolitics. It basically, yeah, that's the plot of Black and White. What was that about? Oh wait, no, is that Iris? What was that about? That speech was off the chart strange. The cooperation of people and Pokemon is how Unova came to exist to begin with. But Pokemon really didn't want anything to do with humans. It would simply leave. Capturing a Pokemon in a Pokeball doesn't mean you've captured its heart. Let's go, Phantom. It's been a while, Iris, Drayden.
Oh, Mr. Alder, and the guy who helped out that time.
What's wrong? What does the wandering champion who left the Pokemon League need from us? Briefly, my quest is this. Tell us about the legendary Dragon-type Pokemon.
Are you talking about Zekrom or Reshiram? What's the sudden interest?
Moments ago, a troublemaker known as Ghetsis was here. He said a trainer named N has reawakened Zekrom. Yes, that trainer called N apparently told Phantom here to search for the other Dragon-type Pokemon. Let me check that I have this straight. This N, or what have you, presumes to set the two Dragon-type Pokemon against each other in battle to test his convictions.
Oh no! The Dragon-type Pokemon get along so well.
That's right, Iris. The ones who make Pokemon battle are the trainers. And it's so the trainers and Pokemon can get to know each other better. I'm going to the Pokemon League. No, I guess in this case I should say I'm returning to the Pokemon League. Of course I'll defeat N. I'll teach him about the beauty of this world where Pokemon and trainers live together in harmony. Also, Phantom, I'll await your arrival. Once you've obtained the, Opelucid? Opelucid? Badge, come to this league. The Opelucid, gym leader is tough. Take care. Farewell, I'm counting on you, Drayden and Iris. Now, this is where it varies depending on which game you have. I believe if you have Pokemon White, Iris is actually the gym leader here instead of Drayden, which is cool.
Oh, he's gone. Is he okay? He looked kind of scary.
Don't worry, Iris. He's the strongest trainer in all of Unova. Well, Phantom, is it? Come to my home. As Alder asked you, I'll tell you everything I can about the legendary Dragon-type Pokemon. My alarm's going off. Silence. Iris, child, please show the way.
You bet. If it's a Pelicid City, I can take you anywhere. As for the story of Zekrom and Reshiram, we'll tell you all we know about it. This way. That way.
Ah. But real questions, what are our opinions on Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon? Never played it. I've only seen that Necrozma is a part of it, and it has Ultra Necrozma, which I think is really cool. But I've heard that apart from that, a lot of the story is very much the same. So they should have, from everything I've heard, they should have made a more separate game compared to Sun and Moon. I think the best games of the new generation criticized way too harshly. That is an opinion. Best games of the new generation. I might have to bring that opinion to Of the games that I've played, probably to Alpha Ruby or Mega Sapphire. Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby. One of the two. Or Ass. Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire. Yeah. That's the one. I think I flipped them around. Just Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, from everything that I've seen, looks super identical to Sun and Moon. Therefore, I feel like it might play well, but I definitely think they were very lazy with stuff. Though, you know, again, I haven't played it myself, and this is all from things that I've seen and what I've heard friends speak on it. But yeah. Just a little farther. Right when you launch Oras for the first time, this is it. Nostalgia's crazy. I think technically Pokemon Emerald was my first ever Pokemon game. So the first one I fully played through in its entirety was Platinum. I'll explain. What you are holding is the Lightstone. Reshiram, who will likely awaken from the Lightstone, and Zekrom, who is already awake, who wants the same Pokemon. That single dragon Pokemon, along with the twin heroes, brought a new region into being, and people and Pokemon had happy lives. One day, however, the twin heroes, the older brother who sought the truth and the younger brother who sought ideals, began to argue about how to decide which one of them was right. The single dragon-type Pokemon that had been with them all that time split its body in two. One sided with the older brother, and the other sided with the younger brother. In its pursuit of ideals, the black dragon-type Pokemon sought to usher in a new and better world. Its name was Zekrom, and the other, the white dragon-type Pokemon, sought truth, and to usher in a new world, a world of good. Its name was Reshiram. Because the two of them were once the same entity, their battle raged endlessly, and neither one could be declared the winner. They simply exhausted themselves. The twin heroes proclaimed that there was no one side that was right, and ceased the conflict. But the two heroes' sons started the battle again. And an instant later, Zekrom and Reshiram destroyed Unova with lightning and fire. Then they disappeared. But if people work with Pokemon in the right way, we don't have to worry anymore about the world being destroyed. I mean, Zekrom and Reshiram worked hard for everyone and made a new region. So it should be alright, I think. True, Pokemon cannot speak. People may hurt Pokemon even more by imposing their selfish thoughts on them. But no matter what, Pokemon and people believe in each other, need each other, and will continue to live together. Yeah! So I'm never gonna forgive Team Plasma for trying to separate Pokemon and us. Sorry, we got a little off topic at the end. That is everything we know. Unfortunately, we don't know how to wake up the legendary Pokemon. I made a promise to Alder. You must win the gym badge from the Apellicid Pokemon Gym. Phantom, I'll be waiting for your challenge at the Pokemon Gym. Everyone, people and Pokemon can get along and be happy. That's awesome. Coaching Iris bonus, she's been stronger than me ever since she came here. A floatstone, nice. When do you ever really want to, I guess, to avoid certain moves? But I feel like you rarely want to use that. Wait, what? I have an item, I don't know, okay. A ring target. It can be hit even by a move that would usually have no effect. For example, a normal type would, oh, okay. It's like item swap or whatever it's called. Right, you wanna give them the item. But yeah, that's kind of right. It's very awkward to actually get into use and requires a lot of setup for not that great a reward, if I had to say myself. Ugh. That being said, I do have to set up for raid now. So let me look for a raid target. We'll be back again with some more Pokemon on Friday. I think, honestly, depending on how early I go live, we can probably finish the game. Oh, I say finish the game. That's wrong. We can probably finish the main story of this segment. We still have, like, the post stuff to do afterwards, which probably is going to be a couple more streams as well. And we have that creature to deal with in that one city, in that one town. If you know, you know. But yeah. Oh, that was not the button I wanted to press. Let me save again, just in case, because I always like double saving. Alright. There you go. Oh, let's do this one. Banger. Anyway.
Where have you been? Been searching all along.
Do we have anywhere good we can raid into?
Without the clue, without a sign.
Let me close all my Pokemon tabs.
The real question to be asked, where have I been? I'm a sharpshooter.
We have a couple people live right now.
At Post Masquerade, hiding both face and mind.
Yo, you know who we haven't raided in a long time? We haven't raided Monster Man in a long time. He's currently playing Death Stranding.
What else should I be? Please
So we'll
don't
drop by
take
there,
off
I think.
your mask, revealing dark.
It has been like a really long time since I raided Monster Man, actually. There you go. Give me a second. So, thank you guys so much for chilling.
Moments of calm,
Ah,
nothing left to be found.
we got some good progress done, I'd say.
That's where
I would have liked to have done more, but that would have required me to start earlier, which I'm apparently allergic to right now. You love to see it. But we'll be back on Friday. I think we're going to be beating Drayden 100% on Friday. And then I think it's a pretty clear shot into the big Team Plasma confrontation and the Pokemon League, which I think we can more or less do in one sitting as well, alongside Drayden. Which I think is a good place to leave off that stream, and then the next stream we start the post stuff. Which will include lots of new options Pokemon-wise, because that's when the National Dex opens up, and we get all of the old Pokemon reintroduced to us. But yeah, join the Discord if you haven't done so already, and maybe consider giving me a sub on YouTube, in case you wanted to see any of the previous VODs, such as the beginning of my journey in Black and White, which released just yesterday, or today, I think. But that's it from me for today, and I will catch you guys again on Friday. Until then, stay safe, love you dudes, and as always, have a good one. Bye-bye!